What's up, everybody? I thought that it would be interesting. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Um, as you can hear, I'm a little bit sick. I might have the coronavirus. I might actually unironically have it. Um, Coronavirus deaths in USA by age. And I thought that I would mix it up a little bit today and cover this lovely coronavirus thing that is happening right now. Somebody actually left me a comment the other day, and they were like, "Do you still think this coronavirus thing is like blown out of proportion?" Because it's been like a week or two since I talked about it, and I responded to this person, and I said, "Well, it seems like it's a little bit more serious now. Like I'll admit, maybe I was wrong." And then I was thinking today, I was like, "Was I actually wrong? Like, is it possible I was wrong?" I was like, "No, it's not possible." So now we are going to look up the information about this. Now I found, where's the article that I found? I think, was it this one? New York Times? So again, like if you look at these articles, right? Total number of confirmed deaths in US surpasses Italy, right? These are all scary headlines, right? US death toll overtakes Italy as world's highest. Best case scenario for coronavirus is that it's way more infectious than we think. Like, let me just go on record right now. Like, I know this video is just going to get demonetized and like hidden from many people, but like, fuck the media. Like, fuck, what are all these organizations? Fuck BBC, fuck New York Magazine, fuck the New York Times, fuck the Washington Post, fuck all of these organizations that are taking advantage of this. Like, I hate all of them. And like, I wish them ill will. Like I need to think of like what I can do against them that like won't land me in jail. More than 2,200 coronavirus deaths in nursing homes, but federal government isn't tracking them. Oh my god, that means it's even worse than we thought. Where was this? I need to calm down. It's like when are they gonna? When is this gonna end? You know what I mean? Like when are people going to decide that like some I'm sorry, but like people over 65 who are dying, and really not even that many, honestly, if you think about it, that's not worth like ruining the entire world economy over. I think it was BBC. Let's just check here. Anyway, let's just take a look. What, I have it on my phone actually. Let me find it. I'm really sorry. I just woke up. Washington Post. What was the title of this article? Hundreds of young Americans have been killed by the coronavirus. Study says. Where is it? Was that page 2? Here we go. The Washington Post. The good old Washington Post. Whoever like. I can't even do it. ER doctor, just because they are young doesn't mean they aren't vulnerable. You hear that, everybody? You should be very scared. Like, I just hate everything about this. But let's take a closer look. And we're going to start off this article with a story about a woman whose husband died. 37 years old. Oh my goodness, and look at this. It was even an interracial couple. An interracial couple, everybody. That means it's more serious. You have a black guy? Is he black? I don't know. Puerto Rican? Conrad Buchanan, who died at 39 on March 26th. Respect. I mean, not respect, but like, sucks for him, I guess. Like, no disrespect. After battling the infection for nearly 2 weeks, was creative and goofy, a professional DJ who would entertain huge crowds with his music. He was fond of singing Bob Marley's Three Little Birds. All right, so sucks for this guy, sucks for their family. I wish them the best, however they can deal with that. And then we get all the way down here. For the very young, people under the age of 50, death is extremely rare in the current pandemic, but it happens. The Post identified 9 such cases. And just as well as you know your name, you know that the Post looked for these cases. They like looked harder than you would have looked for like a winning lottery ticket in your fucking ghetto ass apartment. Like they looked for these cases because they want that number to be as high as possible to scare the stupid people of America. who read the Washington Post. Who even reads this shit? 759 people under age 50. Under age 50, they don't really, like, when they group the numbers like that and they say under age 50, get this shit out of here. Under age 50, they, like, they could all be in their 40s. You know what I mean? And you understand what I'm saying? The risk appears to rise with every decade of age. The Post found at least 45 deaths among people in their 20s. 190 deaths among people in their 30s. Ooh, that's bad for me. And at least 413 deaths among people in their 40s. Determining a precise number for each category is difficult because of the divergent ways states present age groups. But the Post found at least 102 other deaths that occurred among Washington Post, among people younger than 50. Oh my God, terrifying. The true number of deaths among young people is probably even higher. We have no idea. We are actually just pulling numbers out of our ass, but it's probably even worse. Tune in next time. Not all states provide data on coronavirus deaths sorted by age group. Some, like New Jersey and Texas, provided figures after being approached by the Post, while others, like California, did not. As a result, the figures above do not include data from some states, including several with sizable outbreaks. Ooh, wow. So they didn't include all the data. So I guess that's actually possible because they didn't include all the data. But come on. Who's this tool? Fuck this guy. The percentage of younger deaths, which the Post has defined as people under the age of 50, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, get out of here, dog. All right, even more young people are getting cases of serious disease that require hospital care to beat. In Colorado, ooh, that's a healthy state, where the state health department reports age data, blah, blah, blah. 247 people under 50 have been hospitalized. Of those patients, 9 have died. Colorado is a very healthy state. Very attractive people, gotta say. Oh God, why did I leave Colorado? Fuck, I'm so dead, huh? Data on more than 1,400 hospitalizations released Wednesday by the CDC and blah, blah, blah showed that just over 25% of people hospitalized with COVID-19 were under age 50. Wow. Thank you for like clarifying exactly how old they were. Under age 50. That's pretty scary. Here we go. Most of these young people suffered from underlying conditions such as asthma, diabetes, and hypertension. But at least 7 for whom the CDC had data had no outside health complications, underscoring that a small fraction of severe cases remained harder to explain. 7 out of, let's see, what's 25% of 1,400, 450, let's say, is that right? No, 350. 350. So 7 out of 350, ooh, whom the CDC had data had no outside health problems. You know, they didn't know that they had any outside health problems. But anyway, what's the point here? Asthma. You have asthma, like, you know, probably not a healthy person to begin with. You have diabetes. Like who gets diabetes, right? Do you get diabetes? Are you just like struck with diabetes? You catch diabetes from your neighbor. Like, oh, he gave me the diabetes. Ugh, gotta stay away. Gotta use a condom next time. Not get diabetes. What's the other one? Hypertension. Hypertension is high blood pressure, right? What is hypertension? Yeah, high blood pressure. So if you have high blood pressure, who gets high blood pressure, right? Who gets it? Fat people, right? Like no disrespect to like the gentleman who was mentioned earlier, but like the dude that was like their best picture, you know what I mean? Like, come on. And he plays Bob Marley for his kids, like probably like smokes the like stanky danky and, you know, eats. 64% of patients between the ages of 30 and 39 who died of the disease suffered from a pre-existing condition, usually high blood pressure or diabetes. But that still leaves about a third of cases without a possible contributing factor. Sean Evans, blah, blah, blah. I've been humbled by how many young people have been hospitalized and ended up in the ICU. I kind of want to get really like, I want to go to the hospital. I just want to see what it's like. Not actually. This is nothing like we predicted based on the data from these other countries. Evans, who estimated roughly half of the COVID-19 patients in his ICU have been under 50. Gotta love that, like why under 50? You know? Like if you actually want, like, tip for the Washington Post, like, I know you won't take this tip because you won't watch my video, but if you actually want young people to care about this, why don't you say like under 35? Or you know what? How about under 30? That's really where the money is. Like between 20 to 30, you know? Why don't you show us some stats on that? Oh, right, you can't. Young people who are otherwise fit can tolerate this longer, but at the expense of their heart and their pulmonary functions. Oh, said Evans, who likened some of the symptoms in younger people to prolonged carbon monoxide exposure. So this sounds scary, right? This is like, oh my God, the coronavirus is basically like getting poisoned with carbon monoxide. No, what this means, he likens some of the symptoms to prolonged carbon monoxide exposure. So like this is how the conversation went. A little bit of like nuanced thought here that most people who read this by the Washington Post are not going to think this much because I want to say they're stupid, but I don't even know if I can say that at this point. He's like, listen, when you get the coronavirus and it's bad, you can't breathe. It's almost like you're not getting enough oxygen into your lungs. It's kind of like how if you were being poisoned with carbon monoxide, you can't get a lot of oxygen into your lungs. That's how it's similar. That's kind of what's going on here. It's very similar to this other condition that we see sometimes, right? So like, that's like worst case scenario. He said younger patients he has seen tend to come in later after battling the disease at home for longer, but for those who take a tragic turn, it often happens quickly. In those cases, Evans said, the lack of oxygen makes the right side of the heart work extra hard, which leads to pulmonary hypertension. The lungs clamp down. They can't get blood flow into the lungs. A very fit 30-year-old triathlete is just as vulnerable as a chess-playing 45-year-old who gets no exercise. Get the fuck out of here. Like, can we all write to the Washington Post? Like, I would do it, but if just one person does it, you're like a crazy person. But like, shame on you, Washington Post. Shame on you. I know you're quoting some doctor who fucking has his head up his ass, but like, shame on you for like trying to spread this information. We just don't know who it is that this virus carries the master key to. Show me the very fit 30-year-old triathletes, please. Show me them. Let's just do a quick Google search. Maybe there's like one fit. Or how about this? 30-year-old triathlete dies from coronavirus. Well, watch, there's like 100 of them. Oh, how about that? Oh, he was a 30-year-old baseball coach. Ironman swimmer dies during race. I don't think that was this. Shit, maybe it was. All right, one guy. Come on. When was this? April 13th, 2017. Fuck yourself. Shame on the Washington Post. Dr. Evans, fucking turn in your doctor's license, please. Oh, I hate everyone. For more than 2 decades, Casanova has studied inborn errors of immunity. Blah, blah, blah. Step 1 is to understand. Oh my God. And then we go back to the wife. She's like, I hope everybody takes this seriously. Together, they sang him Marley's 3 Little Birds. Oh, so sad. Can I leave a comment on this? Sign in to join the conversation. To sign into the Washington Post. Should I just use Facebook? I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave a comment that says like, fuck you, asshole. Cocksucker. You should be ashamed of yourself. Anyway, that's my video. I am going to leave a comment on here. I recommend all of you to leave a comment on this as well. Yelling at these people and like telling them that they're stupid and should be ashamed of themselves. You're stupid and should be ashamed of yourself for how you're reporting this. Please consider, I can't tell them to be politically correct here. Please consider quitting your job. There we go. That's mild. There we go. I did my part. Fuck these people. Okay. Anyway, tell me, what do you think about that? Am I way off base? Am I 100% wrong on everything? And I just don't understand how things are. I just don't get it. I'm like, whatever, something. What did I say that was wrong in here? Please tell me. Please, like, go over this article, everything that I said, and like, feel free to counter my points. Like, I'm waiting. Please post a video response. I will like, I will eat. I want to eat my words, really. Like, I really do. But the proof is in the pudding, you know? Anyway, let me know what you think about that. Do you want to see more coronavirus shit? I fucking hate talking about this. I'd rather talk about something else, but the other videos that I post are not doing so well. So I assume that everyone's still like jerking off to this coronavirus thing. Peace.